Hello everyone, I'm Malika Bitra, a research scholar from Garden City University. Today's my paper presentation title is Mechanism and Theories for Delayed Onset of Muscle Soreness in Athletes. Delayed onset of muscle soreness is seen very commonly after the exercise. Exercise-induced muscle soreness can be classified either as an acute onset or delayed onset. DOMS is a painful sensation and stiffness in the muscles which will occur after 24 to 48 hours following unaccustomed exercise. It is very familiar in all types of sports population, whether they are an amateur or elite population. DOMS will directly impact the performance level of an individual by reducing the range of motion, shock attenuation, and peak torque. DOMS is very commonly observed when an athlete tries a new exercise protocol or progression of an exercise regime abruptly. Eccentric activity of muscle will definitely trigger the DOMS. DOMS is classified as type 1 muscle strain and reflects the tenderness or stiffness on the palpation of particular place, particular location or particular movement. Generally, tenderness is located more on the distal part of the muscle. DOMS pain intensity initiates within 24 hours and increased by 72 hours and decreases slowly, gradually by 5th to 7th days of the duration. Objective of my study is to determine the mechanism of delayed onset of muscle soreness development and to determine the various theories which are suggesting the development of delayed onset of muscle soreness. An extensive literature search was done by using various databases such as Google Scholar, Medline, PubMed, Pedro, Central, and Embase databases. The authors were identified using the keywords. The keywords used are delayed onset of muscle soreness, exercise-induced pain, mechanism of DOMS, and theories of the DOMS. The full articles, the text articles were collected. Among the 48 articles, 12 relevant articles were chosen which were reviewed on the specification which has like mechanism and theories of DOMS were reviewed for this paper. The articles which are reviewed, among them the first one is Deep Suzanne, which article was published in 2019. This study suggests the DOMS, which is not just an acute type of pain as it takes 24 to 48 hours to show the symptoms. This study mainly focuses on the cause of the DOMS. Is it a reparative eccentric force which is causing the micro muscle fibers to lengthen and stretch? And this says article actually what are the muscle groups that are unaccustomed to this amount of sudden force for a long period will give a trauma. The muscle fibers will undergo into micro traumas and the cellular level it will happen which can be detected by the conventional ultrasound and which will give the appearance like which how much size of the muscle trauma is there and echogenicity and how the texture is there, everything we can notice in the investigation. The second article, which is Thilio Hotfield, was published in 2018, this study mainly focuses on to understand the current findings regarding the damaging mechanism, how it happened, and what is the pathophysiology behind the DOMS and how it can be evaluated. That is what the article was suggesting, and which says about the primary mechanism of the damage, which is ultrastructural damage of the muscle cells which is like unfamiliar sporting activities which occur suddenly because of any sudden eccentric movement when it is taken care when it is happening, then it may lead to the further protein degradation, apoptosis, and local inflammation response. This clinical symptom which causes the injury and soreness peaks by 72 hours post exercise and it will give the sequencing local and systematic physiological responses are seen after that. Then the third one is Close-GL and Karasia et al., which they have told about, which was published in 2018. And the purpose of this study was to analyze the effect of exercise-induced muscle damage in gross efficiency in the aerobic and aerobic cycling performances. This result suggested there were no significant differences in VO2 and VCO2 and heart rate in the submaximal exercise. But there was observation which was done, Wingate test they have done, but it was not showing that much changes in the VO2 and VCO2 performance level. The another article which was reviewed is the Grace T, which was published in 2017. In this, the researcher suggests to take the priority on the quality, not on the quantity. During the running or the downhill activities, generally domes will occur because of the sudden stress which has caused and which made the muscles to lengthen continuously. Lengthening phase was increased over here, that is the eccentric concentration, which will cause the muscle soreness. He says this researcher prioritize on the quality, that means how the performance is happening, not on the quantity increasing the suddenly the progression in the training. Another article, Kazuya Mizumiya, which was published in 2016. In this study, the researchers found activation of B2 bradykinin receptor nerve growth and pathways and the activation of COX2 glial cells line derived neurotrophic factor pathway. This causes actually whatever these factors which were produced by the muscle fibers and the satellite cells. This results in this study actually shows the fiber damage happens, and instead of an NGF and the GDNF produced by the muscle fibers, which play a very crucial role in the development of the soreness. And the another article, Kazuo Kanda, which was published in 2013, researchers mainly studied to determine the relationship between the delayed onset of muscle soreness and the muscle damage and the inflammatory responses to the eccentric exercise, and investigation on how to do it for the underlying mechanisms. Whatever the research was done, then the results showed actually neutrophils mobilized in the circulation and also positive correlation between the exercise induced whatever the number of neutrophil has increased and migration activity has increased, and which increase the biochemical marker like MB, and which suggests the muscle damage of and in the same time the inflammation process over that particular muscle fiber. The article Zubia Vigor, which was published in 2013, this article explains about the combination of different theories such as inflammatory theory, connective tissue theory, muscle injury theory, excess metabolic theory, enzyme outflow theory, and the muscle spasm theory, which all these theories has suggested how the effectiveness happens, how the DOMS will occur, how the soreness initiates, and what are the treatment in this study. And Close GL, which was published article 2005, who has stated actually when the untrained skeletal muscle performed exercises, it often results in a discomfort. Suddenly, when a person performs, it will create a discomfort that will last to from 8 hours to the 10 hours post exercise. If it is occurred in a very high level, that will definitely cause and definitely lead to fatigue level. There is an increasing literature which is suggesting free radicals which act as a signaling molecules, specifically activating redox sensitivity transcription factors, which are necessary for the muscle regeneration and adaptation following the damage. Another article which is like Chuang who published it in 2003, which says DOM's greater perception of muscle soreness tends to be associated with high intensity exercises. The impact of DOMs on athletic performance has not been well researched. Actually, not much researches are available, and the significant reduction in peak torque can occur for up to 8 days following the eccentric exercise. Impact of DOMs on athletic performance and different treatment strategies were very well explained in this study. The article which was published in 2002 by Nusaka, which says about how was the study was done to analyze the relationship between the DOMs and the indicators of muscle damage after the eccentric exercises. The muscle soreness was evaluated by VAS scale, and they have done for the elbow flexors which were palpated and which were checked for the range of motion, and they have checked for the stretchings, everything. And this study concludes that DOMs is a poor reflection of the eccentric exercise, and which is causing the inflammation, and the changes in the indirect markers also may cause the inflammation. Then Clegg MJ, who has given the article, who has suggested the 1992, this study explained about the phenomenon of delayed onset of muscle soreness, concentrating upon the types of muscle contractions and how it has produced in DOMs, and the theories underlying the physiological mechanisms of the DOMs also very well explained. The Armstrong, which was published by in 1984, in this study, number of causative factors which are causing the domes were very much reviewed, like high mechanical forces, structural damage, progressive deterioration of sarcolemma, and at the same time accumulation of the histamine and kinase potassium mechanisms were very much well explained in this article. The American Council of Exercise says that training more aggressively doesn't equate to faster results. While the body does require a certain degree of overload while we are doing a fitness training in the athletes or in a normal population, training too much or too hard can cause lack of motivation or sometimes overuse injuries and overtraining syndrome also. So one of the best way to reduce the severity of DOMS is to progress slowly in a new program and allowing the muscle time to adapt to that new stresses, new forces which are caused by the new program should help to minimize the severity of the symptoms. But it is unlikely that soreness can be avoided altogether. There were a number of theories which suggest the mechanism of DOMS. By understanding the various mechanisms behind the theory will give a clue for understanding the tissues and the application of exercises while training. And this study will definitely help us to understand the mechanism of injury and theories for the formation of the soreness, and which will in turn help us to understand the prevention and the management of the DOMS. I want to conclude my presentation by saying proper warm-up is also important in preparing the muscle fibers for the which type of forces we are going to use and which type of damage may occur. And it has been reported that repeated bouts of lower intensity exercises, eccentric exercises performed for 1 to 6 weeks before the initial higher intensity exercises, which are maybe the again eccentric bouts, will be definitely helpful to reduce the DOMS and exercise induced muscle damage. So we have to be very cautious and we have to think about it, the quality not on the quantity of the sudden increase in the progression of the exercises. These are the references which I have used for my study. These are also the continuation of the references. Thank you one and all.